If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that have sent shockwaves across Cleveland and beyond. And at the center of this tornado is none other than Joe Flacco, a veteran quarterback whose career has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. According to sources close to team insiders, the Cleveland Browns have quietly executed a trade involving Flacco, a move that many fans and analysts would never have expected. It's the kind of secretive maneuver that leaves headlines in disarray and social media exploding with speculation, and it paints a picture of a franchise that is willing to take calculated risks behind the scenes. While the details are still shrouded in mystery, the mere fact that such a deal has allegedly occurred raises questions about the team's quarterback strategy, their roster management, and the overall vision for the upcoming season. Fans are left to piece together fragments of information, analyzing potential motivations, salary cap implications, and the ripple effects this could have across the league. For years, Flacco has been a polarizing figure, admired for his playoff heroics, yet criticized for inconsistency. And now his name is at the epicenter of one of the quietest but potentially most impactful trades in recent memory. The Browns' apparent decision to keep negotiations under wraps only fuels the fire of curiosity, creating a narrative that the sports media and fan communities cannot ignore, forcing everyone to speculate on who the real winners and losers might be once the dust settles. Rumors suggest that the trade was not just a routine roster shuffle, but part of a more extensive strategy, one that hints at the Browns' desire to reshape their offensive approach without attracting too much public attention. Sources indicate that conversations between team executives and potential trading partners were conducted with remarkable discretion, emphasizing confidentiality and timing. The strategy seems calculated, almost surgical, aimed at minimizing market reactions while maximizing internal flexibility. Analysts are beginning to dissect what this could mean for Cleveland's depth chart and how the arrival or departure of Flacco could influence the team's long-term planning. Flacco's experience in high-pressure games, his history with different offensive systems, and his veteran leadership make him an intriguing asset for any team. Yet the Browns' approach to trading him in secrecy signals a level of ambition that is difficult to ignore. Fans are speculating about possible destinations, weighing the pros and cons of various teams acquiring a quarterback who has seen both Super Bowl glory and bench time. Each rumor that surfaces adds another layer to the story, as social media amplifies every fragment, turning speculation into virtual frenzy. The idea that such a significant move could happen without immediate confirmation from the organization adds a sense of unpredictability and drama, keeping the narrative alive and making it impossible for observers to settle on a single theory about the Browns' ultimate goal or Flacco's next chapter. As chatter grows, the mystery deepens, inviting more questions than answers, a hallmark of the kind of market shock that truly reshapes expectations in professional football. Industry insiders are hinting that the motivations behind the trade go beyond Flacco's performance or contract situation, pointing instead to strategic adjustments that the Browns might be planning for the upcoming season. There's talk that the organization wants to clear space on the roster for younger quarterbacks, or perhaps even position themselves to pursue a marquee name in the next draft, using Flacco as a bargaining chip. If this theory holds, the move is less about immediate gains and more about long-term positioning, a chess-like maneuver that few teams have the patience or foresight to execute. The secrecy surrounding the deal only emphasizes how calculated the Browns' front office has been, and it has fans debating not only the wisdom of the trade, but also the integrity of keeping such a pivotal development hidden from the public until the right moment. Every whispered conversation between insiders seems to carry enormous weight, as analysts break down potential scenarios in painstaking detail, weighing the risks and rewards of Cleveland's apparent strategy. Flacco's career trajectory, once defined by high-profile playoff performances, now becomes a central narrative in a larger story about organizational vision and ambition, illustrating how one player's movement can ripple across the league. It's a reminder that behind-the-scenes maneuvers in the NFL can be just as dramatic as the games themselves, with the potential to reshape fan expectations, team dynamics, and even the betting markets. In this context, the Browns' rumored trade becomes more than a transaction. It's a statement about strategy, foresight, and the calculated gamble that defines professional football at its highest level. While the official announcement remains elusive, speculation about the trade's terms has intensified, with pundits and insiders suggesting a variety of scenarios that could have unfolded. Some point to conditional draft picks as a key component, while others hint at player exchanges or salary cap considerations that could make the deal mutually beneficial. The layers of complexity involved in such a trade underscore how carefully executed it likely was, reflecting both sides' desire to protect their interests and maintain leverage. Fans are dissecting Flacco's potential fit with prospective new teams, debating how his experience could complement or disrupt existing offensive schemes, and wondering if the Browns' secrecy signals confidence in a strategic coup that will become clear only in hindsight. The narrative is fueled by fragments of information, leaks that are partial and unverified, yet they ignite discussion across forums, social media, and sports networks alike. Each tidbit adds to a mosaic of speculation, forcing observers to weigh probabilities and construct their own theories. What makes this situation particularly riveting is the contrast between the quiet execution of the trade and the explosive reactions it provokes once details leak, a dynamic that exemplifies the tension between strategic discretion and the inevitable public curiosity that surrounds professional sports. In this context, the Browns' alleged maneuver with Flacco is more than a mere trade. It's a story of timing, secrecy, and the high-stakes calculations that define elite football management, leaving fans and analysts alike in a state of heightened anticipation for confirmation or refutation from official sources, while the ripple effects of the rumors continue to grow in intensity. As conversations continue among sports commentators and fans alike, one aspect that cannot be overlooked is Flacco's unique position in the quarterback market. Despite ups and downs in his career, his experience, physical tools, and knowledge of complex playbooks make him a valuable asset for teams seeking both stability and guidance for younger quarterbacks. Analysts are debating how his presence could shift the balance for any team acquiring him, especially considering how veteran leadership often influences locker room culture, mentoring, and decision-making on the field. Meanwhile, the Browns' motivation to trade him discreetly suggests that they may have a precise vision in mind, possibly preparing for a dramatic roster overhaul or signaling intentions that go far beyond the immediate season. Fans are dissecting every move, every leak, and every rumor, trying to predict the next step, while media outlets amplify each theory, creating a layered, complex story that feeds curiosity and fuels ongoing discussion. The dynamic is fascinating because it highlights the intersection of talent, strategy, and perception, how one player's movement can trigger a cascade of speculation and narrative building that transcends the sport itself. As the rumor mill churns, the intrigue grows, making Flacco's potential trade one of the most talked-about developments in recent NFL history. In this environment, speculation becomes a sport in itself, with fans and pundits alike engaging in endless debate, projecting outcomes, and attempting to anticipate the hidden motivations driving the Browns' covert decision, turning the rumor into a living, breathing phenomenon that dominates conversation. The timing of the alleged trade adds another layer of intrigue to this unfolding story, as it coincides with a period when teams are intensely evaluating rosters, strategizing for draft picks, and managing salary cap implications. Sources suggest that Cleveland's decision to act quietly could be a masterstroke in negotiating leverage, taking advantage of market conditions and minimizing interference from competing teams. In the highly competitive landscape of the NFL, timing is often as critical as talent, and the Browns' rumored approach appears to exploit both with precision, creating ripples that extend far beyond the organization itself. The potential acquisition of Flacco by another team could have a domino effect, influencing quarterback hierarchies, offensive schemes, and even playoff projections across the league, making this seemingly discreet move incredibly consequential. Fans are analyzing every angle, debating the potential trade partners, and speculating on the strategic reasoning behind Cleveland's decision to remain silent while negotiations unfold. It's a testament to how single moves, even those executed in secrecy, can reverberate across the league, impacting not just the immediate teams involved, but the entire NFL landscape. The narrative surrounding this rumored trade captures the imagination precisely because it combines uncertainty, calculated strategy, and the allure of a veteran quarterback whose career has spanned dramatic highs and challenging lows, a combination that keeps fans riveted and analysts working overtime to piece together a coherent picture from scattered clues, leaks, and insider chatter. The secrecy, the timing, and the stakes converge to create a story that feels almost cinematic, highlighting the drama inherent in professional football beyond the action on the field. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Speculation about where Joe Flacco might land next has already taken on a life of its own, with fans, analysts, and insiders throwing out a dizzying array of possibilities that range from teams desperate for veteran leadership to squads looking to stabilize a chaotic quarterback room. Each theory carries its own set of implications, and every rumor is dissected for hidden meaning, from subtle hints dropped by league insiders to cryptic social media posts by players and coaches. Some suggest that Flacco could find a surprising home with a team known for developing young quarterbacks, offering mentorship that could accelerate a rookie's growth, while others posit that a franchise in immediate playoff contention might see him as a stopgap capable of managing games and keeping their championship hopes alive. The intrigue is amplified by the fact that Cleveland allegedly executed the trade in secrecy, a move that only intensifies the mystery surrounding Flacco's next destination. Social media has become a storm of speculation, with each potential landing spot dissected endlessly in comment threads, podcasts, and live broadcasts, turning rumor into a spectacle in its own right. What makes this so fascinating is the dual narrative: Flacco's career trajectory and the strategic ingenuity of the Browns front office, both of which are now intertwined in a story that evolves with every whisper, leak, and speculation, keeping fans on edge and analysts scrambling to predict the next twist in this unfolding drama that has captivated the NFL universe in ways few rumors ever do. Meanwhile, the implications of the rumored trade for the Browns themselves are generating as much discussion as Flacco's potential landing spots, with insiders suggesting that the organization may be positioning itself for a series of strategic maneuvers that could reshape the team's roster for years to come. Analysts point out that trading a quarterback of Flacco's experience could clear significant cap space, provide leverage for future negotiations, and even open the door for a high-profile draft pick that aligns with the front office's long-term vision. Fans are dissecting these possibilities with feverish intensity, considering every angle from offensive strategy to locker room chemistry, and debating how the departure of a veteran leader might impact team morale, cohesion, and on-field performance. Rumors also hint at hidden contingencies within the trade, such as conditional draft picks or player exchanges that could further alter the league's landscape, adding layers of complexity to an already tantalizing narrative. The Browns' approach, shrouded in secrecy, has amplified the drama, creating a story where every leaked detail is scrutinized and amplified across platforms, feeding speculation while keeping observers guessing. In essence, this rumored move is not just about a single player. It represents a larger strategic chess game, where timing, discretion, and calculated risk intersect, producing a ripple effect that could redefine both the Browns' immediate prospects and their long-term trajectory, making the entire saga as much about organizational vision as it is about Flacco himself. Adding to the intrigue is the potential impact on the quarterback market, which is already a focal point of discussion among insiders, fans, and analysts. A player of Flacco's experience and profile entering free agency or moving quietly through a trade could shift dynamics across multiple teams, creating ripple effects that influence starting roles, draft strategies, and even coaching decisions. Teams in need of veteran stability might suddenly find themselves reconsidering priorities, while franchises with emerging quarterbacks could see an unexpected mentor stepping into their ecosystem. The secrecy surrounding the trade, if confirmed, adds to the drama, as every speculation becomes a tactical puzzle, forcing observers to question the motives of both the Browns and potential acquiring teams. Analysts are attempting to quantify the effects, projecting how Flacco's presence might alter offensive efficiency, leadership structures, and locker room dynamics, while fans weigh the intangible benefits of veteran experience against the desire for youthful potential. Social media amplifies every fragment, turning incomplete information into hours of debate, as enthusiasts theorize on playstyle compatibility, system adaptation, and future team performance. The rumored trade exemplifies how a single transaction, executed under discretion, can reshape narratives across the NFL, creating a cascade of speculation, strategic analysis, and endless discussion that dominates conversation and reinforces the notion that in professional football, timing, secrecy, and player movement are as compelling as the games themselves. Meanwhile, the fanbase response to the rumored trade has been nothing short of explosive, illustrating the powerful intersection between speculation, emotion, and sports culture. Social media platforms are flooded with debate, memes, and deep dives, as fans attempt to parse not only the logistics of Flacco's potential move, but also the broader implications for the Browns' identity and strategy. Every leak, rumor, and insider tip is magnified, dissected, and repurposed in real time, turning speculation into an interactive spectacle that engages the community at multiple levels. Some supporters view the potential trade as a bold strategic move, applauding the front office for thinking several steps ahead and positioning the team for long-term success, while others lament the apparent departure of a seasoned quarterback who provided leadership and stability. The emotional component of this rumor adds layers of complexity, as fans balance hope, skepticism, and concern, turning abstract strategy into a personal, visceral experience. Meanwhile, analysts dissect the narrative from multiple angles, assessing the potential fit of Flacco with various teams, projecting the likely impact on win-loss records, and predicting ripple effects that could alter divisional balance and playoff projections. The combination of secrecy, speculation, and high stakes creates a story that is as entertaining as it is consequential, keeping every conversation alive, every theory in motion, and every fan deeply invested in what could ultimately be one of the quietest yet most seismic shifts in recent NFL memory. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!